What percent of your time would you say you spend waiting? Just waiting for one thing or another.
I mean, I'm married, so I'm always waiting on my wife. That's actually one of the most frustrating parts of being married is I'm a very punctual person and she is not.
I feel
Um,
this pain.
yeah,
I
I think a
feel
lot of
this
people feel
pain.
the pain.
I have been married for 10 years, and I told my wife the other day I probably have spent 3 years waiting for her. I said, before I die, I just want one time to look at you and say, are you ready? And you say yes, and we just go. Just once. Just one time. That's all I want.
You know, yeah, but like actually be ready. Don't do the makeup in the car.
No,
You
ready
know,
means
like
we are like, I say, are you ready? And you say yes, and then we go. Not, yeah, let me just.
yeah.
You ready, and we leave. That's all I want. That one time before I die.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, I'm always waiting on something. I feel like anticipation is a good thing. Like being excited, being patient. I think that's a good thing. Like waiting for something is good.
Okay, I need a percentage. What percentage of your life?
I mean, probably 40% when you're all said and done.
I feel like mine is probably under 25%, but only because I have a little bit of a cheat code in that I've got other stuff that I have to be doing. So it's not simply waiting because I can just do other stuff. But if I took that other stuff out, I would honestly say it could be 60 to 70%.
Yeah, I mean, you wait. If you think about it, life is really just one big waiting game. It's just
Just waiting to die.
when when do you jump on those opportunities and those moments that you don't wait? That's the question.
Oh, I think every time. I think you try to take any opportunity that you have, regardless of whether you think it's going to be right for you or not. I can't really say, looking back on my life, that I would have ever anticipated any of the good things that happened to me. Like, I never personally looked at something and thought, you know what, I'm going to do this now, and it's going to pay off for me like chess 4 or 5 moves down the road. None of that stuff ever happened. Everything that's worked out for me in life has been by an accident.
I would agree only until where I am now. I feel like now I have everything planned for the future, and it's not going to matter because something is going to screw it up anyways. So,
Exactly, right? Like, I never really made big plans for the future. I always kind of was more just like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. I had things that I wanted to do, but never like a detailed strategy of how I'm going to get to that. Because I don't think life works out that way.
yeah. Has there ever been something in your life that you waited? Like, what's the longest thing you think you've waited for?
I mean, to find the love of my life, my wife, I would say that I legitimately waited for that. Like, I was looking for it and hoping to meet somebody that I would be in a serious relationship with. So I would say I waited for that for a while.
Okay,
But
let's
in
take away
terms of
all
like
this.
professional or personal accomplishments, like not really anything, honestly.
Yeah, like, yeah, I would say I would say children is probably mine. Waiting the longest, or someone's kids. My children they're mine, but maybe they're somebody else's. I'm not sure.
It's a good possibility. I'd put it at 50-50. I would put it at 50-50. I polled the audience about this. What percentage what percent of your time do you spend just waiting? 0 to 25% is the only answer that people have picked. 100% of people said 0 to 25%. I think it's actually higher than that. I bet most people spend 50% of their life waiting in one way or another.
I mean, when it's also doctor's appointments, haircuts, grocery stores, yeah, we wait a lot more than I think we don't wait, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think we probably wait a lot more than we really think about it. It's just such a part of our lives to like have to line up and wait for things. I do think though that it's kind of like a reverse bell curve. I think you wait less in your 30s, 40s, and 50s than you do in like your under 30 and then over 60.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, hell, I was just thinking about when you go to amusement park or Disney, what's the cumulative time you're waiting there? Like, that's a 2 weeks worth.
Oh, you spend far more time waiting than you actually do doing something.
Think about, never mind. I think we know where I was going there, and I'm not going to go there, but yeah.
Smoking meat.
Smoking meat.
Right? Like you're waiting on that brisket for 14 hours and you spend about 5 minutes eating it. The ratio's got to be like 10 to 1. I think the ratio of waiting to activity is probably like 10 to 1. 10 minutes waiting, 1 minute doing something. It might even be more than that. It could be 50 to 1. Maybe even 100 to 1. I would actually like to see like what the ratio is of waiting to activity.
Hey, did you know that I could outrun a buffalo?
You got nothing to say, do you? Okay, just move on.
Nothing to say.
Move on to Sean. Good. Okay. Yeah, there's no way to calculate that because you really don't want to think about it. Because once you start to think about it, you're like, God, I spend a lot of time waiting.
I will say I once somebody basically broke it down for me of how much time in a day I actually use, and this is a long time ago, and I was amazed. It was like 15 hours of the day I had to be able to do something that wasn't work. Like, it's incredible.
Oh yeah, it's a huge amount of time, but the problem is like you can't take advantage of it. It's not like, oh, I'm waiting for this work meeting to start. I got 20 minutes. Let me go ahead and go up into the mountains and go skiing real fast. Like, yeah, you have time, but it's not stuff you can really take advantage of. I feel like it's a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. If you could condense it all, then you could have the time.
Let's give some shout outs, shall we?
Okay.
All right, let's see. We're going to start with Bunny Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Good old Bunny.
Not
Cyrus,
a stripper.
Yeah, well.
There's no way you can be named Bunny and not get a stripper joke every time.
Yeah. That is one of those names. If you're a bunny, you're probably an adult entertainer.
Yeah.
Cyrus Snyder, Natalie Ward, Fred Lowry, Harriet Crosby, Mason Rivas, Natalie Ward, Melinda Garza, Max Reyes, Pamela Shaw, and Nigel Hodges.
Okay, I like it.
Let's see. I mean, it's Thanksgiving this week, right? And I know you hate Thanksgiving, or you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, or you just have burritos. I forget what you said you do.
I think Thanksgiving is just a massively overrated holiday. I'm not a big fan of it. I think that it's moved from being the second biggest holiday of the year down to at least at the most the third. I think it's fallen off. It's not as important as it used to be.
Yeah, I think it's still a top 3 holiday, but
but I feel like that's more because the other holidays aren't that strong, not because Thanksgiving is that great.
I mean, we're both in our, middle ages, and I feel like as I get older, I would want to see family more, and that just hasn't happened for me yet. So, like, it's just not that big of a deal, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm okay. I see the family that I want enough. I don't really ever feel the need to see my second cousin.
Yeah, I don't even know who my second cousins are.
Yeah.
Though out of all the holidays and all the holiday food that you cook, prepare, eat, I think, and I'm going to put this on record, the best name for anything you can prepare that's holiday related is when you spatchcock a turkey.
I mean, yeah.
Come on, man.
You got to spatchcock it. God, like, I don't understand how some things got named. Like, what are you going to name that? It's called spatchcocking. Like, oh yeah, because that's not going to be made fun of at all.
Hey, what you doing over there, Jim? Just spatchcocking the turkey?
Oh, just cocking in the bedroom, Got some water coming in. Got to get some cock. Got to shove some cock up there.
One point in my life, I want my wife to come into the kitchen on Thanksgiving morning and be like, hey, what are you doing? I'm just spatchcocking the turkey.
Spatchcocking the turkey? It's the simple things. It's the simple things in life.
It is the simple things. It's amazing. This is a throwback to 2020, but
Way back there.
apparently COVID, a new variant, and I feel like this happens around every holiday. But I thought it was worth just re-bringing up, and asking you the question of, if a mask mandate was to go back in, do you think it would make sense? Because I've seen a lot more people with masks recently, and I don't care. You do what you're going to do. But at this point, I would just think, like, listen, if I'm getting COVID, like a new variant, let's just do it. Let's just get it over with.
Oh, you think that?
And by the way,
think it's
I feel like I have to put this on record saying, like, I'm not talking about the herd immunity. Like, that has nothing to do with politics. I'm just talking about, like, if there are variants that are coming around that are pretty contagious, I'd rather just get it out of the way instead of getting it in, like, mid-January.
Oh, you mean so? Like, would you go? Yeah, I'm generally a fan of getting things out of the way unless it involves health. Then I'm a big fan of, like, try to protect your health as much as possible. And if it's just a simple thing as, like, putting on a mask, I don't
do it.
I mean, I would do it again. I don't really think that it was that big of a deal. I remember, like, 2020, 2021 wearing that thing all the time, and even walking around outside, it was kind of warm. It's like, oh, this is kind of nice to keep my face warm. Seattle gets cold in the winter.
Listen, all you people out there that may have started listening to this recently, go back and listen to some of our pandemic year podcasts. We had some fun then. Man.
But that thing's what's so crazy is that was such a huge, huge part of everyone's life for years. Sure. I mean, it's just over. I can't even remember back to that time. I mean, I do, but not like...
I mean, for me, it was kind of a blur because we had my youngest daughter in April of 2020. So we had a newborn baby for all of it. And as you know, being, a parent yourself, when you have a newborn baby, time just doesn't matter. Like, you look up and you're like,
yeah,
it's been 5 months already? Like, holy hell. So...
Yeah, there's definitely something about parenting where, like, there's parenting time, and something could have been 6 years ago or last week, and not that traumatic, but, like, something could have been a while ago or last month, and you can't quite tell the difference. It's parenting time. It throws everything else off.
All right, another Thanksgiving question here.
I don't really want to do that. You know this episode airs after Thanksgiving, right?
No, Thanksgiving's on a Thursday.
Right.
Jackhole. No, it comes out on Thursdays at like 5 a.m.
Are you going to do something about your heartburn? Are you just going to continue to have it until you die an early death?
Probably.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how big does a medical issue have to be before you're going to go see the doctor?
Torn calf.
So that's going to be like...
And I'll say a torn calf is like a 9, because it was pretty serious.
First of all, a torn calf is not a 9. Like, cancer is a 9. Having your arm chopped off is a 9.
I mean,
right?
I was talking more about like emergencies.
Pain wise.
I mean, no. I mean, I'm not going to pretend to be one of those people that ignores my body. I mean, let's not forget, I tore a muscle in my back picking up dog shit, for God's sakes.
Oh, yeah. Can I tell you, though, that actually apparently that's very common, because I did something to my back, and I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, oh, yeah, it's almost always a small, minor thing. It's just the last straw before something happens. In your case, you're just a huge pansy who threw your back out and had to go to the hospital and spent weeks in the bed because you picked up a 2-pound thing of dog poop. That's how soft you've become as a person.
First off, it wasn't weeks. I went to the ER and was released the same day. Thank you.
Oh, okay. That makes it a lot better and more manly because that happened while you were picking up dog poop. You know how I threw out my back? Squatting 275 for reps.
Good.
That's how a man throws out his back, not bending down and picking up his little dog's poop. Throw out your back like a man.
I
doing
carried
something stupid.
a treadmill down my stairs to my basement.
You did not carry You did not carry a treadmill. I know how heavy a treadmill is.
Ask my wife.
You carried it by yourself. A treadmill is about 400 to 500 pounds.
It was 380 pounds, the box.
You didn't carry it down the stairs.
Into the basement by myself.
The story is now changing. You didn't carry it. You got it down into the basement.
I mean,
that's
different. I had to lift it into the house.
You didn't lift it up. You didn't pick up 300 pounds.
I had to.
Pounds. No, I don't believe it. I believe that you got it into your house and finagled it down there, but let's not use words like you just picked this thing up while carrying a beer in the other hand.
I wish that would have been a true
would be awesome, actually.
I mean, I had to lift it up into my house, which it was like probably, 12 inches.
Okay. Right. So how big was it actually? Right. This 12 inches we all know is probably.
I wish my
really
wife was down here in the basement with me.
She wouldn't.
My nice basement.
Where's the treadmill now? Why don't you run outside like a man? Oh, you pan into the treadmill? Oh, that's a little baby treadmill.
It's not a baby treadmill.
That's a baby treadmill. What is it? It's like one of those you put underneath your desk. It probably weighs 50 pounds.
It doesn't weigh 50 pounds, but whatever. I don't even know how we got on this. It doesn't matter.
I will tell you, though, for people who are listening to this, like treadmills, I had to move one down into my basement one time, and I was like, holy crap, that's really heavy. That weighs a lot. You're out of focus.
I messed up. Now I can't get back in focus. My hands in focus.
In focus. God, this is hard to watch. Hard to watch. It's working on it. Nope. Didn't get it.
There we go.
Trying. There we go.
I just had to not even try. I don't even remember what I had.
The best way to do things. Okay.
Just not even try?
Yeah, like let life come to you, man. Go with the flow.
Oh, we're going. I had a list of like Thanksgiving food.
I know you didn't think of this through, did you? You didn't really think about the timing.
People listen. I bet you somewhere in the world, even though I think Americans are the only ones who truly celebrate Thanksgiving, somebody's gonna have us on in the kitchen that morning.
And we appreciate that very much.
Yeah,
I do. I'm being serious. It's good. Okay, what are your other Thanksgiving questions then?
And when I'm like, listen, don't make the green bean casserole because no one likes it. Somebody's gonna be like, maybe I won't make it then because John knows everything.
Having green bean casserole for Thanksgiving is ridiculous because no one wants green beans during most of the year. Why would I want it on a special occasion? No one's excited about green bean casserole unless you have just turned that thing into essentially a cheesecake level dessert. Nobody wants your green bean casserole. And you can go one day of the year without pretending like you're doing something healthy. I think that green bean casserole needs to be thrown off of the Thanksgiving menu, and that should be some sort of a law.
My question originally was, you get 3 things for Thanksgiving for a meal. What are those 3 things you're keeping on the table?
Stuffing, cheap cranberry sauce, bread.
Carbo load, huh?
I never really paid attention to any of that stuff. The turkey's dry. Nobody wants turkey.
No, the turkey you make is dry. My turkey is amazing.
No, it's not. No, it isn't. It's still okay. And even if it was, it would still be better if you made something else.
I'm gonna send you a picture of my turkey on Thanksgiving, and you're gonna say, "Oh, it's burnt or it doesn't look good." Watch, it's gonna happen.
Okay, fine, but I've seen your cooking, and to me, it looks dry and flavorless.
Well, at some point, if I ever see you again, I'm gonna do 2 things. One, I'm going to give you a big hug, and then I'm going to make you eat my meat.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Can we do the top 5 now?
Are you ready? Okay. All right. So our top 5 is top 5 worst Christmas songs. The ones you hate hearing, like, oh my God. What's your number 5?
This list is many. It is plentiful. I didn't realize how many of these songs I absolutely despise, but here we go.
Good.
My number 5 is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. You can't hear it all the time, but I like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. It's catchy.
It is. It's catchy, but it's cringy, and it's terrible.
My number 5 is the 12 Days of Christmas. Just too damn long.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I also like that's like a classic. Like I'm not touching that one.
Just too long. Too long. Can you recite all 12 days? Do you know what each 12 days is?
No, I can't. Can you?
I can't even do the first one. No, Partridge in a Pear Tree is the first one, right? Partridge.
Get to me. 12 poppers popping.
12 poppers.
Cats meowing.
The 12 things of Christmas. Come on, Google. Okay, go into your thing.
All right. Am I doing it before or after you?
I got it right now. So going to go day 1 through 12. Partridge in a Pear Tree, 2 turtle doves, 3 French hens, 4 calling birds, 5 golden rings, 6 geese a laying, 7 sons a swimming, 8 maids a milking, 9 ladies dancing, 10 lords a leaping, 11 pipers piping, 12 drummers drumming. Ooh, like, I'm even saying that right now. Like, we're going to go through a whole song of all of this. Like, oh my God.
I mean,
no one wants to do that.
All right, my number 4 is Justin Bieber, Mistletoe.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to hear Justin Bieber. I like some of his music, but I don't want to hear anything Justin Bieber Christmas related. No. There's only certain singers that can be in for Christmas, and it's Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Nat King Cole, Bing Crosby. That's it.
Yeah, that song got so much airtime, and it just annoys me every time I hear it.
My number 4 is White Christmas. I can hear it once, and that's enough. I can hear it one time, and that's it. I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
Because then it's stuck in your head, and I don't want to hear it. And it's not that good.
Christmas.
See?
Everywhere. Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome song.
Okay.
My number 3 is Santa Baby.
Ooh, I have that a little higher on the list. I agree with you.
Okay, all right.
Do you want to go into your reasoning now, or you want to go when I do it?
I'll wait till you bring it up.
My number 3 is New Shoes. Overly sentimental, pandering, just like, oh, come on.
I'm not even sure I know that one.
It's newer.
Okay.
It's newer, and it's so obvious that it's just pandering that it's awful.
It's just terrible, Kenny. My number 2 is Anything by the Chipmunks.
That's actually my number 1. My number 1 is Anything by the Chipmunks. No one wants to hear that. And if you have had children and you had to listen to that a couple of times, it's traumatizing. It's the worst.
It will make you want to stab pencils into your ears.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, you did it
so perfectly. Terrible, right? It's just awful. My number 2 is Santa Baby. To me, it's just like, it's a little creepy. It's a little weird.
Like, I get when it came out that it wasn't creepy because of the times.
Yeah.
But like after 1970, you think somebody would have been like, this is a little creepy.
Okay, what's your number 1 then?
All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Oh, that's a classic.
That's the song that put her on the map forever. She's not going to be remembered, I guarantee it, for anything else other than that goddamn Christmas song.
She's the queen of Christmas. No, she really doesn't have any other songs when you think about it. I can't think of any other Mariah Carey songs besides Christmas.
I mean,
I wonder if that's like a thing where I wonder how she really feels about that. If Mariah Carey likes Christmas or secretly hates it. Because, yeah, it's her big moneymaker, but it's also now like it's all she... I can't even name a single one of her other songs.
I mean, she did that one with Boyz II Men, One Sweet Day. Remember that song? I think her album was called Dream Lover. No?
But she's way more famous for Christmas than she is for anything else.
Or Daydream? Maybe it was Daydream. I don't know. Oh, Fantasy. That was it. Remember Fantasy? No.
No, At least like other people who you can say can really sing. Whitney Houston, you don't think of her with Christmas songs. You think of her with other songs. Like Mariah Carey, it's just Christmas now. She's trapped. She's trapped, a prisoner of her own success. She probably hates Christmas.
Well, I think she's a $100 millionaire, so she's fine.
Yeah. She's like, God, I gotta sing Christmas songs again. Okay. I don't mind that song. I can hear it once or twice. What do you have in your honorable mention?
It pains me to put this on there, but Frosty the Snowman is on my list.
Oh, okay. I'm all right with that one.
And then anything by Pentatonics.
Oh yeah, I hate Pentatonics.
Like
I have if my wife was here, she would tell you about my pure hatred of Pentatonics. Hate that. I hate it because it's so obviously like a studio manufactured thing. We're like, we need one of these people, one of these people, one of these people. We're going to have this person be the hip one. We're going to have this person be the stylish one. Like, it's so obviously manufactured that I can't stand it.
and then I do like some of their stuff, but the majority of it I'm just annoyed by, and that's Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
How do you feel about Mannheim's Steamroller? I couldn't tell the difference. If I played you two songs, one is, yeah.
That's, but overall what bothers me the most is when a singer tries to, release a Christmas album just to make money. That bothers me the most.
Cash grab. There's been a lot of them, Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, yeah. And it works every time, right? But, like, it's annoying.
Who has the worst? Like, does Snoop Dogg have a Christmas album? Do you have any other honorable mention?
No, that's all I have. I want to see,
he really? Yes, he does. Snoop Dogg presents Christmas in the Doghouse. Christmas. Snoop Dogg has.
William Hung. William Hung released "Hung for the Holidays."
It's funny, honestly.
Yeah, just ridiculous.
I don't have a problem with that. But I don't have a problem with William Hung releasing Hung for the Holidays. For people who aren't familiar, William Hung was like a viral America's Got Talent
No, he was American Idol.
American Idol.
He was viral before viral was a thing, I think.
Yeah. So yeah. And like I don't have any problem with him doing that because like that's his only chance. Like, yeah, you gotta do it. Why Snoop Dogg, why you have to do it?
She bang, right? Well, that was him.
That was him. I do remember that.
Sorry.
I have a couple. Dominic the Donkey. I've only heard of that once or twice, and I was like, oh my God, that's terrible. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. I hate that one.
Yeah, that's bad.